In this question, there are 2 points, C and D, so you should roughly draw the position of C and D. The first point, 3, 6, go right by 3, go up by 6, so this is the position of C. The second point, D is 2, 5, go right by 2 and then go up by 5, this is the position of D. Now they tell you that C is refracted along the y-axis. That means our mirror is the y-axis, and then C refracted along this mirror. So from right hand side, it will jump to left hand side. Originally, go right hand side by 3 will become go left hand side by 3. So that's the position for the image of C. The coordinates is -3 and then 6. Now point D is rotate clockwise. So confirm once again, clockwise, that means this direction for 90 degrees about the origin. And then from this point, it's difficult to rotate a straight line from O to D. But don't forget how you go to point D, this position. From the origin, you go right by 2 steps, and then you go up by 5 steps. That's how you reach point D position. So the horizontal movement, rotate clockwise 90 degrees, go right will become go down. And then the green movement, go up by 5 originally, will become go right by 5 steps. So the new position of D is here, D prime. But when you label the position of this, don't forget we always write down the left-right position first. So you should write down 5 first instead of -2. It is 5, -2. Since this question is not that difficult, so I suggest you to spend longer time to double check did you make any careless mistake. And also part B is rely on this. We are going to prove whether CD, that means connect this line and also connect these 2 red points, are they perpendicular to each other. They ask you whether CD perpendicular to C prime D prime. This question exactly the same as asking you whether slope of CD times slope of C prime D prime equal to -1. If they are parallel, their slope are the same. But if they are perpendicular, then their product of their slope should equal to -1. Memorize this theorem. So we are going to find out the slope of CD and slope of C prime D prime respectively. To handle slope of CD, you better copy down the information vertically to compare the x coordinate and y coordinate, 3, 6 and 2, 5. So the slope of CD is equal to delta y divided by delta x. The y difference, we use 6 minus 5. Then the x difference, we use 3 minus 2. 1 over 1, so it's equal to 1. We do the same for C prime D prime. The slope of C prime D prime is equal to delta y divided by delta x. So 6 minus -2. Or you may write down 6 plus 2 directly, over -3 minus 5. We get 8 over -8. Simplify, we get -1. And there is one common mistake, is students usually directly write down slope CD times slope C prime D prime equal to -1, and then -1 times 1 equal to -1. This is wrong. Before you really get the value, you should imagine that it may not -1. So you shouldn't directly claim that it's -1 and then prove it is correct. It is wrong logic. You should say consider slope C prime D prime times slope CD is equal to -1 times 1 is equal to -1. Therefore, since the finding that their product is -1, you can draw the conclusion CD perpendicular to C prime D prime. This type of question do not appear every year, but if it's appear, then it will become one of the fundamental questions that ensure you get pass. But anyway, rotation of a certain point is very popular in the past experience. Even though it do not appear in paper 1, it may be appear in paper 2.